What's up guys, my name is Brandon, you guys can call me Swifterrs, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video here on my channel today. I'm super excited to be showing you guys how you can find loot llamas within Fortnite Battle Royale almost every single game. Now this is a strategy or a tactic that I use when I play Fortnite, and it really serves me well because pretty much on a back-to-back basis, I'm able to find loot llamas when I play, and this is a strategy or a tactic I know a lot of other people have used to find loot llamas for themselves, so I highly recommend taking advantage of this because you guys never know. You could be put in a game with someone who has also watched this video and they're going to be trying to do this as well, so definitely stay tuned because I'm going to be letting you guys know how through a tactic or a method that I use, you guys can also find loot llamas in the game pretty much on a back-to-back basis. Now, I don't know about you guys, but ever since the Season 4 update here in Fortnite Battle Royale, I've noticed that it's possible that they may have increased the spawn rate of llamas around the map. I have been finding them so consistently, and I'm convinced that through this method, you guys are also going to be able to find loot llamas in the game pretty much every single time you play. Now I want to go ahead and give credit where credit is due in regard to how this method actually surfaced and how this method was made available. So it goes back to a post on Reddit by a user named OverwatchHero4. I'm going to go ahead and leave the Reddit link in the description below. But basically, he and his friends put in over 200 hours of research to present to us where exactly these loot llamas spawn every single game. So basically, how this was essentially figured out was Overwatch Hero and some of his friends went into multiple Fortnite games. They played these games back to back, and after they were done playing, they went into the theater or the replay system, and they rewatched all of their games, and they also utilized the free camera feature that allows you guys to explore pretty much every single area of the map. So using the replay system, they searched through every single bush, tree, mountain, hideaway, pretty much any location that you can think of within the Fortnite Battle Royale map. These guys put over 200 hours into the replay system to search for these loot llamas within the game. So again, a huge shout out goes to all of them. They put in a ton of time and a ton of effort in order to figure out this algorithm, figure out where exactly all of these loot llamas are spawning, and finally to configure and present to us the map that you guys are seeing right now. This is the loot llama spawn map. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, all of the very dark red locations on the map are the most highly common spots that these loot llamas spawn. Now, of course, the lighter reddish or orange color is the second most highly likely spot that these llamas are going to spawn. The yellow is the third, the green is the fourth, and the blue is the least likely area that these loot llamas are going to spawn throughout the game. Now, it's very possible that you may find loot llamas in the blue or the green areas. That's not what this map is saying. This map is not saying that the loot llamas will never spawn at this location. All that it is saying is that the likelihood of them spawning in the lighter color areas are a lot less slim. Now, I'll go ahead and leave a link down below to a screenshot of this map, and you guys can go ahead and use it when you guys play Fortnite, or if you want to, you guys can scroll back a little bit in this video and pause my video on the map if you guys want to go ahead and use it while you play Fortnite as well, in order to figure out where all of these loot llamas spawn. But as you guys can see, we are going back to the very first clip that I showed you guys in the beginning of today's video, and using this map, I was able to find this loot llama in the river. Now, if you go back and refer to the map, you guys would know that the river is the most highly likely spot that these loot llamas spawn. They spawn in Loot Lake and pretty much all up through the river. There are a couple of other dark red patches on the map, but the most highly likely spot that you guys are probably going to be able to find a loot llama is somewhere in the river or somewhere close to Loot Lake. Now, using this map and using this method, I was able to find 3 loot llamas back to back to back. I played 3 separate games and I consecutively found a loot llama every single game that I played, and when I spawned in for a 4th game, I had my fingers crossed that I was going to be able to find a 4th loot llama. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but it's pretty crazy. I have the gameplay for you guys, and I wanted to go ahead and show you that this is a tactic or a method that I use, and it pretty much seems to work almost every single game. At least it worked for me 3 times in a row. So for my first of 3 games that I was able to find loot llamas, I was able to find this one in between a Dusty Divot and Loot Lake, and if we go ahead and take a look at the map, we can sort of see that this loot llama is spawning in the yellowish orange area of the map. So as I mentioned earlier, this area is the second most highly likely spot that these loot llamas spawn, and of course, as you get closer to Loot Lake, it becomes bright red. It is a hot zone for loot llamas to spawn at both a Loot Lake and throughout the river. So for the second game that I played, right after that one, I actually had to go back into the replay mode because my file was unfortunately corrupted. But as you guys can see, I just pulled out my parachute and I was able to find this loot llama perched right on top of this hill. If we go ahead and take a look at this map, we can see that it's spawning in the yellowish orange area. It's getting close to the green zone, but that won't necessarily mean it's not going to spawn if it's in a lighter color area. All that it means is that it of course has a less likely chance of spawning in a lighter area, but of course we were able to find this in the yellowish reddish orange zone. So literally the next game, I decided to go relatively close to the last game's location, and what do you know, we find ourselves another loot llama. Now I was actually unable to get this loot llama just because this guy got in my way and I tried to kill him with a pickaxe. He ended up running away and I was so preoccupied with trying to kill this particular guy that someone else actually came and stole the loot llama for themselves. But if you take a look at the map, we're actually creeping a little bit closer to the green zone, and as I mentioned earlier, that's actually the 4th most highly likely spot that these loot llamas spawn. But of course, if you guys refer back to this map, you guys obviously know with the dark red zones, this is the most highly probable spot that these loot llamas going to spawn. Then you have your orange areas, your yellow areas, your green, and then your blue. So as I mentioned earlier, this is a tactic or a method that me and my friends use in order to find loot llamas in a Fortnite Battle Royale as we play, and I highly recommend you guys do the same. So guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it enjoyable and informational, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like down below and subscribe if you're new. If you guys have yet to do so, be sure to turn on those notifications because I do upload daily Fortnite content here on my channel. With all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be sure to catch you guys later.